Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving straight into something that is literally reshaping the entire digital marketing landscape right now, and that's tailored content. If you've been obsessing over campaign performance metrics lately, which, let's face it, we all do, you've probably noticed that the old era of just guessing what your audience wants, yeah, that's fading fast. The true power of tailoring your message to the individual is finally here, and it's completely changing the game.
To really wrap our heads around why this shift is happening so aggressively, consider this number, 80%. That is a staggering portion of consumers who are actually more likely to purchase from brands that deliver personalized experiences. I mean, let that sink in for a second. Basically, 4 out of 5 people are demanding that you understand their preferences before they even click on anything. Delivering the exact right message to the right person at exactly the right time, it's not just a nice little bonus anymore. It's the absolute baseline expectation.
Okay, so here's the roadmap for our masterclass today. We're going to cover 1. The personalization imperative. 2. What are dynamic ads? 3. Benefits for brands and consumers. 4. How dynamic ads work. 5. Real-world success stories. And 6. Best practices for implementation. Let's kick things off with part 1, the personalization imperative, broadcasting versus tailoring. So the core problem really lies in traditional advertising, right? That fading, kind of outdated strategy of delivering a single, uniform ad to all users. There's zero customization, everyone gets the exact same generic message, regardless of what they actually want or need. It's basically like using a megaphone in a crowded room. But with personalization, ad content is uniquely shaped for each user based on their actual data and behavior. We're talking browsing history, past purchases, the whole shebang. It completely ensures that each viewer sees content that feels specifically relevant to them. Moving right along to part 2. What are dynamic ads? The engine of personalization. Just to completely demystify the concept here, dynamic ads are simply ads that automatically personalize your content based on each customer's specific behavior. It's designed to show the exact right product to each individual user. Think of it like this. You leave a pair of running shoes in your online cart, and then boom, you see an ad for those exact shoes on another website later that day. This automation significantly reduces manual work, saving you an immense amount of time while delivering highly relevant results that actually drive way better campaign performance. Now, where does this technology really shine? Well, it is incredibly powerful for remarketing to people who have already interacted with your brand. And if you're managing large product catalogs or dealing with seasonal, really fast-changing stock, it's an absolute necessity. Just imagine trying to manually create a unique ad for 10,000 different inventory items every single time a season changes. No way, right? It's practically impossible. Dynamic ads automate that perfectly, whether you're running dynamic search ads, banner ads, display ads, or product ads. That brings us to part 3, benefits for brands and consumers, a win-win scenario. This shift to tailored content creates a fascinating dynamic that perfectly serves both the buyer and the seller. On the business side, it unlocks faster customer insights, a very distinct competitive advantage, and ultimately massive revenue growth through improved sales and ROI. But simultaneously, the consumer receives a vastly superior experience. They get highly relevant content that actually helps them make decisions much faster. And most importantly, they get an experience where they actually feel understood by the brand they're shopping with. When you combine those two perspectives, you create what we call shared value. This is where relevance and personal fit lead to a vastly better overall journey and incredible decision efficiency. The ultimate interception of these benefits is forging a crucial, real emotional connection and deep trust between the brand and the buyer. And honestly, in today's super crowded market, that trust is exactly what turns a one-time click into a lifelong customer. Let's break open the black box in part 4. How dynamic ads work. Demystifying the technology. Okay, let's walk through this sequential assembly line of how this actually happens. Step 1 is data collection, gathering insights through website visits, tracking pixels, and your CRM, always respecting user privacy, of course. Step 2 is data setup, where you upload your product catalog with details like SKUs, images, and titles. Now, this is where the magic really kicks in. After you handle those first 2 setup steps, the platform totally takes over. In step 3, the AI and machine learning process analyzes all that data. Then in step 4, the platform fully handles the dynamic creative generation in real time. Finally, step 5 is ad delivery, pushing these perfectly tailored ads to the user across multiple channels. Basically, you handle the foundational setup and the AI effortlessly handles the real-time creation and delivery. Now for the really fun stuff in part 5, real-world success stories, proving the ROI. First up, let's take a look at the telecom retailer Sim Thung Long. They completely revolutionized their strategy by switching from manual shopping campaigns to Google Smart Shopping. Their main objective was pretty clear: automate their bidding and product delivery to perfectly optimize for conversion value based on their performance data. And the results of that switch? Absolutely massive. By completely trusting the automated approach, they reduced their cost per action, their CPA, by a staggering 75%. Because the efficiency was so incredibly strong, they confidently scaled their budget up to 1.4 billion Vietnamese dong, all while successfully maintaining a really low cost per order. I mean, that is a real game changer right there. Next, let's examine the strategy of the skincare brand La Roche-Posay. They utilized Facebook collaborative ads, which you might know as CPAs. This essentially allows brands to run performance ads driving users directly to a retail partner's site, like their storefront on Shopee Mall. To pull this off effectively, they segmented their audiences into highly specific retargeting and lookalike groups. The impact of that precise targeting was just incredible. La Roche-Posay saw a 70% increase in their conversion rate compared to their average. They essentially doubled their campaign revenue versus previous campaigns and drove 3 times the traffic to their brand store. Think about your own campaigns for a second. What would doubling your revenue and tripling your store traffic do for your bottom line? That is the true power of delivering the exact right message to the right person at the right time. So what's next? Part 6, Best Practices for Implementation. Okay, here is your essential implementation checklist. First, you absolutely must build a clean feed. Your SKUs, images, and categories have to be perfectly organized. Second, properly implement tracking and targeting, utilizing your pixel, your first-party data, and the Conversions API or CAPI to ensure data flows securely directly from your server. Third, constantly utilize A/B testing to see which dynamic elements actually perform best. And finally, run and optimize continuously. Dynamic ads are definitely not a set and forget thing. You have to consistently feed the machine clean data to optimize your results over time. To wrap up our explainer today, I really want to remind you that tailored content is no longer just a nice-to-have element of your marketing. It is a completely mandatory growth driver for every single performance-focused brand out there. So I'm going to leave you with this somewhat provocative thought to challenge your own current marketing strategy. Are your ads truly personalized, or are you still just broadcasting to everyone? Thank you so much for joining me to explore the power of dynamic ads today, and hey, keep optimizing.